Hey everybody, today we're talking about something super important, communication. And not just any communication, but how we can better communicate with people with disabilities. As you know, I'm all about kindness and inclusion, and that starts with understanding each other. For direct support professionals, communication is everything. Imagine trying to help someone with their day, but you can't understand what they need or want. That's frustrating for everyone. That's why it's so important for DSPs to be masters of communication. Good communication builds trust and connection. It helps us provide better care and support. When people feel heard and understood, it makes a world of difference. They feel respected, valued, and empowered. So let's dive in and learn how we can all become better communicators, because everyone deserves to have their voice heard. Now, communication isn't just about talking, it's a multifaceted process that involves much more than just words. It's about connecting in whatever way works best for each person. This connection can be through words, gestures, facial expressions, or even silence. Not everyone communicates in the same way. Each individual has their unique style and method of expressing themselves. Some people might use spoken language, while others might communicate through gestures, facial expressions, or even by changing their behavior. These methods are all equally important. Think about it like this. Some people are fluent in French, some in Spanish, and others in sign language. Each language is a valid and rich form of communication. They're all valid forms of communication, right? Just like spoken languages, non-verbal methods are also essential. It's the same with different abilities. People with various abilities have their own unique ways of connecting with others. We might encounter folks who are non-verbal, meaning they don't use spoken words to communicate. They might rely on other methods to express their thoughts and feelings. They might use sign language, picture cards, or other tools to express themselves. These tools are vital for their communication. Then there's echolalia, where someone repeats words or phrases. This might seem unusual, but it's often their way of connecting or processing information. It might seem unusual, but it's often their way of connecting or processing information. Understanding this can help us better connect with them. The key is to meet people where they are and adapt our communication styles accordingly. Flexibility and understanding are crucial. Let's celebrate the diversity of communication and embrace all the wonderful ways people connect. By doing so, we enrich our own lives and the lives of those around us. For folks who do use spoken language, there are still things we can do to make communication smoother. Imagine trying to follow a conversation in a noisy room. It's tough, right? Now imagine having a processing difference that makes it hard to filter out that noise. That's why it's crucial to speak clearly and simply. Avoid using jargon or complex sentences. Give people extra time to process what you're saying. Don't rush them. And remember, repeating yourself is okay. Sometimes people need to hear things a few times for it to sink in. Just be patient and understanding. Visual aids can also be super helpful. Think pictures, diagrams, or even written words. They can help clarify your message and make it easier to understand. The goal is to make communication accessible and enjoyable for everyone involved. Section 4. Unlocking voices using augmentative and alternative communication, or AAC. Now let's talk about AAC. Sounds fancy, right? But don't worry, it's not as complicated as it sounds, but it's actually pretty simple. AAC is all about finding ways to communicate when speaking isn't an option. AAC includes all the amazing ways people communicate without using their voice. This can be through gestures, symbols, or even technology. Think about it like this. We use our phones to text, email, and even video chat. These are all forms of AAC that we use every day without even thinking about it. These are all forms of AAC. For some people, these tools are essential for daily communication. For some people, AAC isn't just a choice, it's their lifeline to connecting with the world. It allows them to express their needs, thoughts, and feelings. There are two main types of AAC, unaided and aided. Each type has its own unique benefits and uses. Unaided AAC uses the body, like sign language or gestures. This type doesn't require any external tools. Aided AAC uses tools like picture cards, communication boards, or even high-tech devices that speak for them. These tools can range from simple to highly advanced. The key is to find what works best for each person. It's a personalized approach to communication. And remember, technology is constantly evolving, so there are always new and exciting AAC options emerging. This means more opportunities for people to communicate effectively. Section 5. Different processors, different needs. Adapting to processing differences. Let's talk about processing differences. Imagine your brain is like a computer. Some computers are super speedy, while others take a little longer to process information. It's the same with our brains. Some people might need extra time to process information, while others might get overwhelmed easily in busy environments. The key is to be patient and understanding. Break down instructions into smaller, manageable steps. Avoid giving too much information at once. And if someone seems overwhelmed, give them space and time to decompress. Remember, everyone processes information differently. What works for one person might not work for another. It's all about flexibility and finding what works best for each individual. Section 6. Creating communication havens, building supportive environments. Imagine trying to have a conversation in a loud, chaotic room. It's almost impossible, right? Now, imagine having sensory sensitivities that make you extra sensitive to noise and light. That's why it's so important to create communication-friendly environments. Think calm, quiet spaces with minimal distractions. Reduce background noise and visual clutter. Use soft lighting instead of harsh fluorescence. Even small changes can make a big difference. Think about it like this. We create cozy and inviting spaces in our homes, right? We can do the same in our workplaces and communities to make everyone feel welcome and comfortable communicating. Section 7. Two-way street, building communication skills together. Communication is a two-way street requiring active participation from both parties involved. Just like in any relationship, it takes effort, understanding, and patience from both sides to make it work effectively. As DSPs, we can encourage and support communication skills in those we care for by being proactive and empathetic. One way is through modeling. Demonstrate the behavior and communication style you wish to see. Use clear and simple language to ensure understanding and reduce any potential confusion. Show patience and give positive reinforcement to build confidence and encourage more communication. Celebrate even the smallest communication victories. These moments can be incredibly motivating. We can also incorporate communication practice into everyday activities, making it a natural part of daily life. For example, if you're making a snack, ask what they'd like to eat and engage them in the process. Give them choices and encourage them to express their preferences, fostering independence and decision-making. And remember, communication isn't just about words. Nonverbal cues play a significant role. Pay attention to body language, facial expressions, and tone of voice, as they can convey a lot of information. These nonverbal cues can tell you a lot about how someone is feeling and what they might need. By being observant and responsive, we can build stronger connections and create more meaningful interactions, enhancing the overall caregiving experience.